If you'd like to see how I go from this to this, I hope you'll stick around. Good morning, friends. What we're doing today is a full face of Lore'al. That's right, drugstore, keeping it drugstore price, keeping it great quality products. We're doing a full face of Lore'al today. Get ready with me, with the exception of a couple of products. I had to pull in 2 extra products. 1 product for sure, but maybe 2. As you know, I use the MAC Painterly paint pot on my eyes as the eye primer in Painterly, and I went ahead and applied that, so that is drying down to save time. So welcome to Beauty Over 70 with Lee. If you're new, I'm Lee, and I'm so glad you stopped by today. In my face this morning to save times. As usual, I have cleaned my face, use my serum, my vitamin C serum that I use in the morning. And I have also applied a coat to save time of the Lore'al Glotion. That's why I have this glow. I love this stuff. It's fantastic product. Lore'al Glotion, and everything will be listed in the description box. So I have applied a coat of that, kind of down on my neck too, to give me a glow. And then I came in with 2 of my favorite Lore'al products that work together. It is the collagen serum and the collagen moisture filler cream. These 2 products I love, and they do work together. I applied this first, and then I applied the cream. Third step I'm going to apply, where I have majority of my lines, is around my mouth. And this is the Lore'al Perfecting Base. This is a little thick cream. And I'm going to dig out just a little bit. Let me get me a spatula. And I'm going to scoop out just a bit and apply around my mouth, because that's where I didn't have a spatula handy, so I just grabbed a double-pointed Q-tip. It works. I'm going to apply just a touch of that around my mouth where I have most of my lines. This product you can find on Amazon or on the Lore'al website. It's great. It fills in all these lines. It's like patching a hole, right, on the wall. Well, it really don't fill it completely in, but anything that helps, I'm going to reach for it, right? Primer. Now, I'm not going to use a lot of primer, but I am going to concentrate on this area here in the T-zone around my nose. And I'm going to be using the Age Perfect Blurring Face Primer by Lore'al. That's the primer that I'm going to be using today. So let's get going with this. It's got a little bit of a tint to it. As you can see, it's got just a touch of pink to it, but it is a great product. Again, concentrating it where I need it the most. Universities are almost out. a lot of proms going on around the country and graduations, and I know my granddaughter will be graduating from college. My youngest granddaughter will be graduating from college. I believe the 16th is coming weekend, so I'm filming this on the 9th. It's going to be my Saturday deal here is to film. So that was the Lore'al primer that I used, and I'm going to let that soak in just a couple minutes. Foundation I'll be using today is the Lore'al 24-Hour Fresh Wear Infallible, and I use number 411, and it's beige ivory. It does have a pump on it. I love this foundation. And I probably will convert back to this as my IT Cosmetics double-ended Holy Grail. This is my favorite cosmetic brush that I use for my face, foundation brush. I love this brush. I'm going to set that aside just a moment, and I'm going to see if I can just use one of these little wedges, because these little wedge sponges, they're very firm, and I have dampened it. So we're going to see what happens with this. I used to use these a lot, so let's see what happens. I'm going to a little bit, and I didn't use a concealer beforehand, and I probably should have, but I didn't. Let's see if I can get away with it. I'm gonna flip my mirror. I'm trying to cut down and not use as heavy a makeup foundation. We'll see what happens with this. Blend, blend, blend. Okay, I think we've got that enough. And I think I just went over that, and then I also go over with my little stands out sponge. I like to do that and just press. Just make sure I get anything where it don't look too cakey as possible. And that's my goal, is to kind of cut down and not make it look so heavy. More of a natural look is what I'm going for. Now I'm going to put a very light veil of this finishing powder by the Lore'al Infallible Blurfection. It's on the pink. I got the pink tone. I've got something in my eye this morning. I don't know. You ever wake up and you have something in your eye? I put drops in there and it doesn't seem to want to take care of it. I don't know. But anyway, I may have to go put some more drops, but excuse me for doing that, but there's something in my eye. So I'm going to put a very light veil of that finishing powder. Like I said, the Infallible Blurfection in the pink tone is what I'm trying to say. And I'm going to use my BK Beauty Big 102 powder brush just to put a light veil of that on there. And I'm just very lightly. I will be using my bronzer and blush today will be powder and not cream, so I can go ahead and put a light veil of powder on. So if I was working with creams, then I would wait, but I'm going to just put a very light dusting of powder on that. Let's do some bronzer, and then I'm going to do my eyes before I go any further. So don't have to do anything to my brows. They're all taken care of. I think the color is point on. I think she really done a good job on my color of my brows. Matches my hair so far right now anyway, and I'm really enjoying my brows. I really am. So the bronzer I'll be using today is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear, and it's the number 300. That's the bronzer I'll be using. See if we can warm up this face a little bit. I was thinking, you know, how you'll pick out your wardrobe, your clothing to do with what video you're doing, and I thought, you know, why don't I just feel wild today? I just feel wild on this Saturday, so I thought I'm just going to grab this little old leopard top. It's got a scoop neck, a boat neck. It's cool. It's supposed to be a gorgeous day here today, so I thought I haven't worn this in a while, so let's just go wild today and put this on, you know. So watch out on that end. I may be wild today. Heaven knows what's going to come across. You know what I mean? Okay, let's get my bronzer brush. Did you ever lose a brush? I mean, really? Yeah. You ever lose a brush? My BK Beauty 103 is what I'm going to be using today, and let's just dip into this and let's warm this face up a little bit. Tapping it off. I don't want to get too much. I'll put it down on the neck. Okay, that takes care of our bronzer. And like I said, I think I'm going to do my eyes before I go any. Got this headband here, up here. I don't need it because my hair sticks back there. So I think I'm just going to take it off. Just going to take it off because my hair's sticking up. So that's okay. I'll fix it. I think I will do my eyes. And today for my eyes, like I said, I have already used my eye primer, which is the MAC Paint Pot by Painterly. And today for eyes, I think we're going to dip into the L'Ore'l La Palette Nude. This is a L'Ore'l La Palette Nude palette. There's 10 shades in here, keeping it neutral since I'm wearing a neutral little top today. And those are the colors that we have to work with, ladies. And I think I will grab I think I'll dip into this color right here. You see that? And go into that color right there and just put a base on. Just start with building it. Or I could use bronzer. You can always use bronzer. It's almost the same shade. And I've done it a million times, just use a bronzer just to build that up. Gotta get some magnification here to see what I'm doing. I'm gonna grab my rougher 101 brush. You have children, grandchildren graduating or anything like that going on? I'm sure all of you have something going on this summer, have something to attend, graduation, high school, college, family or friends. I'm not going to be able to attend my granddaughter's graduation, college graduation, which is in Colorado. But I know she's graduating with honors. And I would love to be there, but when she graduates, she's going on to law school. Went straight into law school. Well, she'll be finishing out the summer. She'll be finishing out the summer working for the Colorado congressman for the rest of the summer as she works for him. And then in the fall, she'll go when school starts, she'll be going into law school. Okay, we need to go with that was my rougher. I'm going to clean my brush here, wipe my brush off. And I'm going to go with, I'm going to dip into a different shade. Go into a little bit darker shade, ladies. I think I'm going to go into this one right here. A little bit darker shade right there. Just a little bit darker. Now for my eyes, I think I'm going to leave those eyes alone for the time being. And I'm going to apply of the voluminous Lore'l base, which is white. And then I'll follow that up with the voluminous Lore'l mascara in black. So, and I went ahead and put a small coat of the e.l.f. lash extender on the bottom, which no matter what mascara I use, I always apply the lash extender on the bottom because it does not interfere with anything, so I can't put anything down there. So let's apply a coat of this. See if we can help these lashes just a little bit. Yeah, because it's the same color as my eyelashes. You know, this primer, and it's really great. So, you know, if I had those luxurious lashes, it would be great. But so I'm going to go ahead and let that dry down just a couple of minutes, and I'll apply a coat. I'm going to apply a thin coat of this, and then I'm going to go off camera and do my half lashes. And it takes a bit to get those on, and so I'm going to apply, I think it's dried down enough, and I'm going to just apply a thin coat of the mascara, apply my half lashes, and I'll go back and put more mascara on, you know. I use those little half lashes because they're so dirt cheap. I can apply mascara right over them, use them a couple times, toss them away. So hang tight, listen to music, and let me apply this mascara. I can't help but notice you coming. Some of these products have just really gotten old, and since I was not able to apply makeup for about 3 months waiting for my brows to heal, I couldn't do anything near my eyes. So that one's getting a little bit clumpy, so I'm going to have to apply, you know, replace that. But anyway, I'm going to let that dry down, and I'm going to go off camera and do my half lashes, and I'll be right back. I have got my little half lashes on. Now what I'm going to do, because you can see the band, and I apologize, I really apologize because I have to set my mirror up this way. I have to tilt my special Ilios mirror that I can't see without using this. I can't put a mirror in front of me. If I use this mirror, then my camera is up here in front of me. If I put it in front of me, then my camera is up high. Then you're looking down on me. And that's not going to work. So the only alternative that I have is to put my mirror to the side. And I do the best I can, but then it kind of blocks my lights. But, you know, I have a light on my mirror, so I do the best I can. I have to turn my head in order to see what I'm doing. So I hope you understand. So I do the best I can, and I look at this mirror over here in my monitor as well, trying to get there. So, okay, I have my little half lashes on, and you can see they're just kind of 3/4 half lashes. Now hang on, because I will be doing in the near future, very near future, I will be doing a half lash where I apply these. I'm going to have all my face on. The only thing I'm going to be doing is applying the mascara and the half lashes. That's it. Nothing else. Everything, the face will be on, even the lipstick, okay? So I'm going to show you how I do those again, because I've had a lot of you ask me. Well, what I'm going to do now, there's 3/4, you can see the band, and I don't like to see that. So if you come in real close, you can see. So I use this little e.l.f. pen, and it is just, you can get it in black and brown. I have the black and the brown, so I'm going to be using the brown today. So what I'm going to be doing is feeding that in. I turn my mirror to where I can get close up. I'm just going to put a dot and feed that in to where you cannot see the band instead of one harsh line. I don't like to see the harsh line on me. So I'm going to do the best I can here to do this. I can't help but notice. I'm just putting dots. That's all I'm doing, is putting dots in there. I can't help but notice you coming down the street, smiling so dearly at everyone you meet. And I can't help but notice you throwing me a glance. And I'm getting so shaky. I've said this before. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to do these little, do this. Just use regular mascara, and that may be it in the future. So who knows? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is tight line. I'm going to tight line my eyes, and instead of using my brownstone Flower Beauty, I'm going to use green. I don't know why, I just felt like green today, so that's what I'm going to be using. It's brownstone Flower Beauty, and it's called green. It will be listed in the description box. And I'm just a retractable, and I'm going to tight line my eyes. And I'm sorry I have to do this to be able to see, so bear with me. I can't help but notice you come. I apologize in advance. Get ready with me. Videos take a long time to do this. So, all right, scooting right along. Let's get some color down here. So I'm going to take two little brushes that I really, really like, and they're both by Rougher. And the one I like to use is the 03. I believe it's 03 and the 29. This little 29 brush is a flat brush, and I believe it's the smallest flat brush that Rougher has. It's the smallest one that I have, in other words. It's great for putting a little bit of liner down there, and this little 03 is a pencil brush, and it's a great one for smudging down there if you don't want to get it too much. So I'm going to use both of these and come back to my shadow, dip in one of the darker browns. I showed you that earlier, so there's no point in me even bringing that up and showing you that color again. But I'm going to dip in the brown and just tap it, and then just very, very gently go along there and line that. Just a little bit on the outer edge. And again, my head is down here, and I have to get down here in order to see. If I could do a system that to where I could put this mirror in front of me, it would be fabulous, but I can't. Concentrating more on the outer edge. Can you see what I've done? Just a simple liner. For the days of that super, super dark liner, that black liner. Can't do that anymore. And I'm just going to take the pencil brush and just smudge it. I have a mirror over here, but it's far away that I can't see, so I have to get my head back over here. Smudging that. For those of you that like long videos, hang in there. You wanted it. You wanted it. Okay, I'm going to close my eyeshadow palette. What do we need now? I think I'm going to do my lips before I do, and like I said, my eyes, I just did a little brown, a little neutral, keeping it there. I'm going to do a little bit of contour. I think I need to do a little bit of contour today. That was the other product that I did not have. Now this is a cream product, and I may be getting in trouble here. Let me see what I can do. Since I have already powdered my face, but let's give it a try. It is the NYX in the light. It's the double-ended stick. Like I said, when I put powder and then I do this, I may be getting in trouble. So let's see what we can do here. I need a little bit of contour. And I'm going to blend that. I should have just used a powder. We make mistakes. That's how I work daily anymore. Making mistakes, right? Yeah. I'm mad at myself for doing that. I should not have put that on there, but I did. And now I'm going to take my Lorea'l brush and I'm going to blend this contour here. I love this Lorea'l brush. It is the N16. I'm taking it all the way up here. Why do we do things? I mean, I knew I was going to make a mess, and I did. I made a total disaster. Let's see if I can fix it. See if I can take some bronzer. Oh, it's going to get too much. I'm going to get a powder contour, excuse me, contour. And what I've done is I just dipped into my Kelly Contour Smashbox. And I'm using my rougher number 4 brush. Center. This, going back to my NYX, and I want to put some light down the center and try to lighten that up. I may come back to that in a moment. Okay, let's get some lips on so we can see where we are. Happened to all of us. We've all sat down to do our makeup and we do something that we know is not going to work. But I had everything pulled here that I was going to use, and I'm like, why didn't I pull a powder? Anyway, you know you've been there before, and I've been here today, so it's a mistake. We tried to fix it the best we could. Let's get some lips on. Let's talk about lips. Okay, we're going to go with Lore'al lip liner, lipstick, and a gloss today. So the number lip liner that I'll be using is, it'll be listed in the description box, and I believe it's called Worth It. It is Lore'al, and it is, I think it's called Worth It is the shade. And I also have the matching lipstick, but I will not be using that lipstick today. I'm going to use a different shade today. So let's line these lips. More music, hang on, I'm lining my lips. I can't talk when I do this. And that was Lore'al Worth It. Now we're going to go with Lore'al 236, and I believe it's called Organza. Love the shade of lipstick. Love any Lore'al lipstick, as a matter of fact. That is Organza 236. Pretty neutral. I love this color lipstick. I love the shade. Blends with so much. And for our gloss today, I will be using Plump Ambition. Now this has hyaluronic oil, and this I think has a burn. I think it has a burn, so we're going to see. This is what it looks like. Can you see that? It has a burn. You can feel a burn with that. I think I purchased that when I was doing a Get Ready With Me last year, a full Lore'al face, and that I'm not crazy about the burn on that. Let's get some blush on, ladies. What do you say? Let's get some blush on, and I'll be using the Lore'al True Match 5-6, I think. It'll be listed in the description box, but it is the Lore'al True Match, and that is the shade. Grab my blush brush. I think I'll just use my 04 rougher to do my blush today. Let's get some blush on and tap it off, keeping it high. I can never tell if I have enough blush. We shall see when I edit it, right? I still need to go down with just a little bit lighter shade down my nose. I look into my powder. I'm not going to go with a cream no more. Need to lighten this area up. There. Okay. Let's go with some concealer. Get some concealer on. I'll be using the Lore'al True Match, and the shade will be in the description box. Give it a good shake. Good shake. And grab my Angie Hot and Flashy, or one of my concealer brushes, whichever one I'm going to put on. Grab here. That concealer is extremely creamy. Love this concealer brush. It really gets in there and does the job. No guesswork. It's just like a little kitten paw. And it was a great design on this brush, I'm going to tell you. I had one that I've had for, and I still have that brush, and I love it, and I still use it. I'm embarrassed to tell you how old it is, but it still goes. It still goes, and that's the most important thing, right? Okay, and I'm going to set that with a little bit more powder. I think we're finished. I'm going to go grab a smaller brush that I like to set around my eyes with. I'm going to grab a smaller little brush to set that concealer. Again, it's a BK Beauty, and I believe it's the 112. I think we're finished. I think we're finished. Oh, it took long enough, ladies, but I think we're finished. I'm going to go do something to my hair, put on some jewelry, and I'll be right back. Please stay with me to see the end. I want to give you my comments on a couple things and some mistakes I made, so stay with me, please. I'll be right back. Since we're back, this is my finished look. My hairdo is wild. I have on a wild top and wild earrings. I told you this was a wild video. And it was extremely long, and I apologize, and it was wild, but I guess that's why I wore this top today on the wild side, because I knew it was going to be one of those days when everything is spread out here. I had way too many products out here, and why in the world, knowing what I know, I had powder on my face and I grabbed a cream product is beyond me. Go figure. I have no idea, but I made a mistake, and you know, I tried to correct it with the powder contour and highlights. So it is what it is. We all make mistakes, and I don't care. I'm alive, and it's a Saturday, and we finished another video. We got through it. So I thank you so much for being here today with me. And if you're new, again, welcome to the channel. It's not always like this, trust me, but we had a laugh about it, right? That's the most important thing. Just laugh at your mistakes, and we're human, and we do crazy things every now and then. I know I do on this end at this dressing table. You never know what you're going to find. So thank you for staying with me through this, and thank you for being with me. And I want to thank you and want to leave you with my favorite words. Go out and make today better than yesterday, but always remember that I love you. I'll have a video for you next Thursday. Until then, have a good week. Enjoys all the festivities with graduation, proms, and anything, vacations, anything that's coming your way. Just be happy and have fun. I love you guys. Bye-bye.